Are we on? We are. Welcome, world of the internet. Welcome, World Wide Web. Welcome, all of my likers, all of my followers, and all of my subscribers to all my pages. It is your boy over here, Mr. Swole Man himself, Mr. Mighty Joe Young himself, Mr. I beat my chest because I am the man, Rufus K Jones. Today's episode today is a rebuttal, a retribution, I guess you can say, or a sequel to the previous video about my neighbors. I don't know if y'all have seen it or not. If y'all haven't, y'all can re-watch it. But basically, my previous videos, I was calling out my neighbors. I told them to meet me at the little brook, the little shanty, the little area down there by the railroad tracks. Well, long story short, I went down there, and my neighbor was waiting on me. He says, "Hey Rufus," this is my impression of him. And before I go down his impression, I want to let you know his name. I don't care. His name, you can see below, is Jarney. That's the weirdest name I've ever heard. Jarney. I even Googled it and I couldn't find a name weirder than that. But anyway though, he's like, "Rufus," this is my impression of him. "Rufus, Rufus." He says, like, "I heard you calling me out." He said, "Me and all my friends, we thumbs down your video." He says, "You got a problem with me?" He says, "Did you say all that stuff? Did you say all that stuff?" I said, "Sir, I did say all that stuff." And I said, "I came here to do two things." He said, "What is that, Rufus? What is that?" I said, "Well, one, I want to finish off my beer right quick." And I said, "Two, I'm getting ready to kick your butt. And if you hold on for a second, drink all my beer." And I said, "And I'm all out of beer right now." And he said, "What are you going to do, Rufus, huh?" He started getting all close to me. I said, "Boy, you got 2 seconds till." He said, "2 seconds till what, Rufus?" And I said, uppercut, knocked him out. He flew, I guarantee you, about 30 feet in the air. And I didn't knock him out completely. He was dazed a little bit. I seen him getting up. He was stumbling over there. This is my impression of him, doing like this. So I said, "You know what? I'm going to go over there and shake his hand. I'm going to go over there." He came in here knowing he was going to get his butt whooped. I'm going to go over there and shake his hand. So I went over there and he's like, "No, Rufus, don't hit me." I said, "Come on, Jarney, I ain't going to hit you, buddy." I said, "I'm shaking your hand." You know, I shook his hand. I said, you knew you was going to get your butt whooped by me, but you still took it as a man. And I said, "You like movies, don't you?" He said, "Yeah, I do." I said, "You know, what's your favorite type of movies?" He said, "I like dramas." You know, he said, "Why you ask?" And I said, "Well, there's a movie called 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Have you seen that?" He said, "Yeah, Rufus, that's my favorite movie. I really like movies like that, you know. I like those dramas." I said, "You do?" I said, "Did you ever see the sequel?" And he's like, "The sequel? I didn't know they made a sequel." I said, "You haven't? You need to watch it. It's called 4 Fingers and a Thumb, and it's coming to a face near you." And I knocked him out. Cold. And I stood over him. I did like this, which I can't look down because I'm looking to the camera, but just pantomime, if you know what I'm talking about, looking down at him. And I said, "Why don't you tell your friends to thumbs down that, Jarney?" And that's about it. So I was walking up here and stuff, and I seen a little kid crying. After the butt whooping, I seen a little kid crying on the side of the road. You know, Rufus cares about the kids and stuff, you know, and don't like to see kids sad. I go up to him and I said, "Little boy, what's the matter?" He said, "Rufus," which you was like, "How did the kid know your name, Rufus?" "Well, I was wearing my shirt. It's your boy Rufus." Thumbs up to me. He said, "Rufus, my dad beats me." I said, "Your dad beats you?" I said, "Why don't you live with your mom?" He said, "She beats me too." And I said, "Well, is there any family members you can live with?" He said, "No, they beat me also." And I was like thinking, I said, "Well, heck, I don't know who this kid can live with." And I said, "Well, who do you want to live with then?" He said, "I want to live with Jarney because the only thing he does is get beat up by you, Rufus. He jumps up, gives me a high five, and he runs off." I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. But I really wish I had that video tape footage of me doing that, because I'm telling you, he was like 30 feet in the air when I punched him. I wailed off on that guy so hard, Jarney. because he's a lame loser. Jarn is. Anyway, though, I'm getting ready to get back to my beer drinking, which I don't have one right now, but I just had to give y'all an update on my last video, and I got some more in the works. As I always say, though, keep your beers cold and your music playing loud, and I appreciate all y'all watching everything y'all do.